What's up, guys? We're out here in the back. You can see our lovely ladies out here having a good time, eating some grass, pooping and stuff. But speaking of pooping, we're gonna take care of some dirty business today. So this whole chicken run, we do a deep bedding thing similar to how we do in the coop, but of course this gets wet, a lot more poop down because they spend a whole lot of time out here. So today we're gonna ruck this out and we're gonna make another one of these here. Now we've done a video on this and we've thrown up a few posts about this as well on the Facebook page, but we're actually going to show you how we set this all up. I'm going to take the rest of this all apart, going to pull the pipes out because this is all good compost ready to go. So eventually we're going to get this all moved up and thrown in the garden once we button everything up. But yeah, so we're gonna get going here. We got a lot of material to move, so let's get to it. So, first things first, before we start rucking this out, we got some stuff to move out of the way. So, let's get to it. Alright guys, so we've got a little compost thing prepped and ready to go here. Now, this is just more of the field wire fencing that we use for the little free range area here. But essentially we cut enough of this to have approximately a 5 to 6 foot circle in diameter. So essentially I've got these little T-posts set up. These are only just going to support these perforated PVC pipes. Now, perforated meaning that they're basically for drainage. You don't have to get these, but any sort of 4-inch pipe will do. If it's PVC, all the better, because you could cut it. If you have a pipe that has no holes in it, you can do like what I did here on the back side to make sure there's plenty of airflow. But essentially what we're doing is these are going to go like this on each one of these T-posts, and these are only just to support the PVC pipes. Oops, get in there. There we go. Now, once I have enough material in here for these to support themselves, I can just simply reach in and pull the T-posts out. And then, now this isn't secured yet, but what I've got here, these are pretty cool, and I buy these all the time. These are releasable zip ties, and they're actually pretty heavy duty, and there's a little tab here so that you can release them. So I can use these over and over and over again, and they really don't wear out often at all, so look those up. But really, we're just gonna overlap 2 squares here and zip tie one at the top. We'll go one at the middle and one at the bottom. Hey guys, just want to take a second to ask you to smash that like button and hit subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. Back to the video. Alright, so you caught me. It's a little brighter out. I'm wearing a different shirt. It's the next day. Didn't have enough time to finish last night, but this is the great thing about this style of composting, because yeah, I'm working hard for a couple days, but I don't have to come out here and turn this compost every single day. And frankly, I probably wouldn't if I was doing the regular type of compost, because, you know, I'm a little lazy. I got other things to do. So bear in mind, that is one of the big benefits of this style of composting, and it can compost quicker as well. That's the other benefit. So we're gonna keep filling this up, and then I'm gonna get some greens in here and talk to you about the nitrogen and carbon balance in compost. Alright guys, so here's where we're going to talk about the nitrogen and carbon in good compost. So you want a good balance, and usually it's actually a relatively small percentage nitrogen that you want in good compost. If you want to get scientific about it, it's about 25 to 30 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen. We're not going to get too scientific. We're just going to kind of eyeball it. What's nice with composting in this system is you can easily layer things. So, you know, I've got already several inches of the bedding from over here, and so now I'm layering this in with some green stuff. Now, basically, when it comes to plant matter, if it's green, it's higher in nitrogen, and then anything brown, basically dead leaves, wood chips, things like that, it's all carbon material. The base of anything is carbon if it's still alive. It's also got carbon too, but it's also got nitrogen, and as it decays in here, it will release its nitrogen and it'll become part of the compost. So if we come walking over to the garden, now we've already cleaned this up a bit for the season, but we're going to take a little walk in here. Now we've still got, while we're walking here, I just harvested a couple tactical assault squashes, and we've got actually black beans here. We grew black beans and they're still drying on the vine, so we'll be harvesting more of those. See this one? It's pretty dry. It's almost like a husk, and there's black beans inside. But anyways, that's for a different video. I'm already getting a little pile here together of some more green stuff. These are the vines from the these squashes out here. These are called Zucchino rampicante. I've got a whole video on those. But we still got a bunch of other stuff. Now some stuff is still going here too. We've got some kale going here. Not a whole lot else. We got more green beans going. Lots of kale, lots and lots and lots of kale. This is our comfrey. We'll be doing some more stuff on comfrey in the future too, but we're going to be chopping up some of this and layering this in with that compost system as well. So we're going to round this up and layer it on in there. Now we've moved on over to the chicken coop here. Now you can see some of this that we've already scooped out. Now this is a combination of wood chips and fire ashes. We put fire ashes in here because A, it actually helps cut down on the smell, but also the chickens will even actually eat some of the fire ashes. It's good for their digestive system. It helps prevent parasites, things like that. Now if you look in here, you can kind of see just how deep this is. If I put my hand in here, I mean that's gotta be a good, yeah, maybe it's about as deep as my hand, so probably 6-7 inches deep, something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and rough this out, and here's the cool thing is I only have to do this about twice a year given the size of my coop here. So essentially we'll build one of these twice a year, and it's kind of good timing because this this pile over here is going to be cooking for the next month and a half, I think, and we'll have finished compost just in time to top off the garden beds before things like really start freezing outside. And then by the time spring comes, around April, this whole deep bedding from over winter, this will be ready to be thrown into one of these, and then we'll have finished compost for around May, which is the time for our last frost here up in Western Mass. So we're gonna get filling this up, layering in some more in this guy, and we'll see you on the flip side. Alright guys, so you can see this has gotten quite a bit taller now. We've rocked out quite a bit of the chicken coop. It's been layered in with some other greens for our nitrogen, and I've got a wheelbarrow full of some fresh grass clippings too. So we're going to throw in these grass clippings, and then we're going to ruck out the rest of the chicken coop, throw that on, and we'll probably be calling it quits then for the night and get some new bedding in the chicken coop. This is almost ready to go. We're also going to wet this real quick with the hose too. It's one of the most important things with compost is keeping it moist. You need a lot of moisture to have all that cooking action happening and all that decomposition to make that awesome rich compost. So we're going to get to it and finish up here for the night. Alright, so that's basically the last scoop of rucking out the chicken coop here. So we're going to put this last load in the compost thing. We're going to get some fresh wood chips to throw in here for the ladies, and we'll be wrapping it up for the night. Alright guys, so you can see this whole pile has transformed quite a bit. Now later on I'm going to go and clean up all this extra stuff that kind of fell out, throw that on top so we don't waste that. But I mean, hey, me standing next to this here, I'd say we've got a good 2.5, 3 feet of stuff here now. As this compost, it's going to settle down. We are going to top it too with some more fresh wood chips. But that's about it for now. We're going to wet this every day, and I even have this here compost thermometer. So we're going to stick this guy in here, kind of right in the middle of these 3 pipes. And we're going to watch this as it goes and as it cooks, and we're going to see how temperatures go. Ideally, we should hit temperatures around 140, 150 degrees, maybe even a little bit more, but we'll see what happens. So we're gonna go get some fresh wood chips to go over in the chicken coop, and that's gonna be that. Alright, so these girls are getting a little antsy to go inside and go to bed, and clearly it's getting a little dark out. But we've got about half a wheelbarrow full left to throw in here. But that'll be that, and now the cycle of the deep litter bedding starts anew. But that's about it, guys. We're gonna keep this thing moist. We're gonna see how well it gets cooking, and within really within a couple of days, this thing should be cooking at some pretty good temperatures. So until then, we'll keep you guys updated. We'll show some temperature pictures and maybe a short or something like that. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Until next time, see you later.